learn about the topic mindful eating, a path of healthy body. So here in this chapter, we are going to learn about how mindful eating means while eating, we have to keep in our mind that what is important for our body. So here in this model, you can see different stalls from different states in which different food items are sold. Okay. Now, the food which we are eating is not about only filling our stomach or satisfy our hunger, but we are supposed to eat healthy so that to live healthy. Then, now when we talk about healthy food, when we talk about healthy food, we say that what are the important things required for our body. Here you can see energy giving food. One such energy giving food is bread and butter. Bread and butter are considered to be energy giving food. Okay. Now, when we eat such type of food which give us energy, mostly bread and butter contain carbohydrates. So, when we are eating such type of food, we get energy, and this energy is utilized for exercising. Okay, it is used for walking, running. Okay, then apart from carbohydrates, we also drink water, which gives us energy. Then the next food item which we require apart from carbohydrate, we have different type of food items. So here you can see the food items like fruits, mango, pineapple, okay, banana, then some types of cereals. Okay, so this type of foods also give us energy. Now, if you see here on the screen, we see a plate of laddu. Now, what are the ingredients used to make laddu? The ingredients are besan, ghee, and some edible gum, that is we call it as gond, then some nuts and some seeds. So this makes the laddu nutritious, healthy, as well as tasty. Then this is a combination of both. This laddu is a combination of both carbohydrates, fats. Okay, it is a combination of carbohydrates and fats. Now let us talk about another food item, which is food component, which is nothing but fat. Now, what are the sources of fat? You can see in this model the sources of fat. The sources of fat includes some cereals. Okay, then that is some seeds like badam, that is almond, then the peanuts, then cashews, then we have milk, then cheese and butter. Okay, these are the we can say sources of fats. Now, what does fat give us? Fat give us energy, as well as fats are nothing but they get stored in our body and they provide insulation. You can see here polar bear. Now, polar bear skin is very thick, so under the skin it stores fat. So here you can see on the screen. On the screen you can see here the skin of the layers under the skin of polar bear. So in this layer the fat is stored. So this fat gives insulation to the polar bear so that it can survive in the cold conditions. Okay. Then next we can see that fats provide us insulation, and here you can see that polar bear, it is living in such cold condition, it is able to survive under this you can say cold condition. Apart from that, fat also helps to survive under hibernation. Hibernation here is when food is not available, whatever stored fat is there, it is utilized to generate energy. Then next food which is you can say next food item, which is proteins. Now, proteins are used for building bodybuilding. Now, what are the sources of proteins? If we talk about sources of proteins, the sources of proteins include, okay, the sources of proteins include, here you can see we get proteins both from plant and animal source. Plant source, you can see on the screen. Here I will enlarge the screen. You can see the pulses. Okay, we have pulses, right? Here we have pulses. Then we have some seeds. You can see here some seeds. Then we see this beans. These are the sources of plant proteins which we obtain from plants. Then here we have eggs, fish, milk, and uh, you can say chicken. This is a animal source of protein. Okay, so we get protein both from plant and animal source. Then what is the protein? What does protein help us? How does a protein help us? Protein help us in growth as well as repairing the body injuries. Okay, whenever we get any injury, you can see on the screen the leg is injured. Okay, so this injury can be repaired with the help of proteins, appropriate amount of protein present in our body. So apart from an plant and animal source of protein, here you can see edible mushrooms. Edible mushrooms also help in source of, or you can say they are also good source of protein. So this was about protein. The next component of our food is minerals and vitamins. Okay? We studied about carbohydrates, proteins, then fats. Now minerals and vitamins. Here you can see different kinds of vitamins. Here you can see the list of vitamins: vitamin A, vitamin K, E, D, E. Okay, vitamin A, B, C, D, E, and K. Then we have minerals such as, here you can see on the left side of the, okay, you can see, let me show you. Here on the left side of this person who is standing, you can see that these are the sources of vitamin. That is vitamin A, then these are vitamin B complex, right? Then C, D, and E, and K. Then we have here minerals. So what are the minerals? Magnesium, iron, calcium, phosphorus, potassium, and iodine. So these are the minerals which we are required for our body. So sources are given: magnesium is present in some fruits, iron present in some fruits and vegetables, calcium. Okay, so these are the sources of minerals. Then the next food item required. Okay, the next food item required here. What does vitamin help us to do? Vitamin, when we take appropriate amount of vitamins, the vitamins help us to fight against the diseases. When the body is attacked by any disease causing microorganism, vitamin help us to fight against the, vitamins and mineral help us to fight against the diseases. Then apart from this vitamins and minerals, we also require, okay, we also require some other component, I can say. Let us see the source of vitamin A. Vitamin A you can find in milk, papaya, mango, and carrot. Okay. Then vitamin, you can see vitamin B. The sources of vitamin B are paneer, flax seeds, milk, wheat, pumpkin seeds, and rice. Then next vitamin is vitamin C. Vitamin C you can find in amla, tomato, guava, lemon, green chilies, and orange. Then you can see another source, that is vitamin D. Vitamin D is found in fish, edible mushroom, milk, butter, and eggs. Right? So these are the different sources of vitamins. Then vitamins, apart from vitamins, we also require water. So let us see the diet chart. Okay, we will see the diet chart where you find different kinds of vitamin. So vitamin A, you see here, vitamin A sources are papaya, carrot, mango, milk. Okay, and functions of vitamin A is it keeps our eyes and skin healthy. And deficiency of vitamin A causes loss of vision. Symptoms of deficiency is poor vision, loss of vision, or might be night blindness, that is loss of vision in darkness. Then vitamin B sources are legumes, nuts, whole grains, seeds, milk products. Then um, sources are legumes, nuts, whole grains, seeds, milk products, and deficiency causes beriberi disease. And what are the symptoms of this disease? Is swelling of different organs of our body, or you can say different parts of our body, then tingling and burning sensation in the feet and hands, and trouble in breathing. Next is vitamin C. Now, vitamin C, let us see the sources of vitamin C. The sources of vitamin C are amla, guava, green chili, orange, and lemon. And deficiency causes scurvy. And the symptoms of scurvy is bleeding gums, slow healing of wounds. Then vitamin D deficiency causes rickets, and symptoms are soft and bent bones. Sources of vitamin D is exposure to sunlight, and the food products are milk, butter, fish, eggs. Then calcium deficiency causes bone and tooth decay. Symptoms are weak bones and tooth decay. Sources of which calcium is milk or soya milk, curd, cheese, and paneer. Then iodine deficiency causes goiter. The symptom is swelling at the front of the neck. Sources of iodine is seaweed, water, chestnut, and iodized salt. Then last not but the least is iron. Iron deficiency causes anemia. Symptoms of this anemia is weakness, shortness of breath. Sources includes green leafy vegetables, beetroot, and pomegranate. So these are all the essential nutrients which are required for our body. Okay, essential nutrients. So now let us see about how dietary fibers. Dietary fiber help us in digestion. Now here you can see the food which is eaten by a human being. Okay, that food which is eaten up by the human being, it is chewed properly in the mouth. Okay, it is chewed properly in the mouth. It mixes with the saliva present or secreted by salivary glands. Then the food passes through the esophagus. Okay, then you can see in the model children, the food is passing to the esophagus. Then it reaches the stomach. In the stomach, what happens to the food? The food is getting churned and mixed with the gastric juices, and some amount of digestion occurs in the, or you can say partial digestion occurs in the stomach. Then food moves into the intestine, and in the intestine what happen? Food receives, or you can say intestine receives the enzymes from the liver and pancreas. Then food is getting mixed with the enzymes, pancreatic juice, and the bile, and some intestinal juice. Then food is completely getting digested in the intestine, and in the intestine food also get absorbed, or you can say the nutrients get absorbed. Then later on food passes from the intestine into the small intestine. From the small intestine food passes to the large intestine, and the waste materials are ejected. So this is the way how the fibers get digested in our stomach. But fibers are not getting digested in the intestine, they get digested in the stomach. The next letter P, how water plays the role, how what plays a role in our life. So during summers or during hot sun, we sweat a lot, and sweating is a natural coolant. So whenever we sweat, it cools our body, and when we are sweating excess, what happens? We feel thirsty. As a result, what do? We try to drink water. So when we drink water, so the water which is consumed, okay, to satisfy the thirst, what happens to the water? Water is used to digest the food, and the water is eliminating the waste. So what does water do? First thing is it cools our body. Then later on, water is taking all the waste, collecting the waste from our body, and it reaches the kidney. The in kidney, water is filtered. Whatever nutrients are required is getting absorbed, and waste material passes through the kidneys to the ureter, and it is stored in the urinary bladder and ejected out through urethra. Then if we talk about minerals, here you can see on the screen, the in this model you can see the essential minerals required. These minerals get absorbed in the body through water. So when we drink water, the water contains these essential minerals and they get absorbed in our body. So that's why it is very, very essential that we drink lots more amount of water, so that we keep ourselves hydrated. Okay, so that we get essential nutrients and what required amount of water, minerals. So that was about the topic. Now let us try to answer some question. Here you can see the question, what is the primary function of protein in our diet? Yes, read the option and try to give the answer. Right, the answer is it helps in growth and repairs of tissue. Another question you see, which of the following is not a plant source of protein? We said that proteins have both plant and animal source, which is not a plant source. Answer is paneer. So likewise, many questions are there in this. And if you like this video, subscribe and like it and try to share with your friends. And if you subscribe this channel, you will be getting new videos. Till then, take care.